So Resort to Love is about a singer, played Erica, played by Christina Milian, who is experiencing some lows in her career. And
Mm-hmm.
she gets this opportunity to sing at a resort. So she's working at this resort in Mauritius, which is an island off the coast of Madagascar. Well, Madagascar is an island, so I guess it's an
Well,
island.
they said to the east of Madagascar.
Okay.
So it is an island.
An island.
But
I'm saying like an island off of an island. I don't know.
It's over there. That flight's serious.
Exactly. So she's working at this resort as a singer and a wedding singer, only to find out that her ex-fiance is getting married at this resort, and she is going to have to sing at his wedding. But to spice things up, she ends up befriending the bride and finds a romantic interest in her ex's brother, whom she's never met before because he's been away in the military.
And he is so fine.
Exactly.
So fine.
I really liked this movie. I feel like this is one of these movies where I can just put on and just watch it. It's cute. It's fun. It reminds me of movies from like the early 2000s that were just fun.
Yeah. Like I say, it was a rom-com. It had the, like you said, like the fun easiness. An easy movie. Yeah, I would say so. I agree with you, Nicole.
Yeah, I feels like it's a cross between what's the movie that we discussed? Paula
Paula Patton.
Yeah.
The one where she got married. Martha's Vineyard.
Yes.
Oh, Jumping the Broom.
Jumping the Broom. A mix between like Jumping the Broom and another movie that I can't put my hands on. But it's, yeah, I mean,
you're not
it was just really difficult. It was really difficult for me to feel her pain with the breakup because we never see her and Jay Farrell's character together.
But did you need to?
I needed to because I'm like, why are we going crazy over this guy? Like, can I see you in love with him?
But imagine
what movie has worked where you didn't see the relationship, but the person is like is worried about the relationship, is mourning the loss of the relationship. Who has done that and it has worked?
I'm trying to think of movies that show a breakup.
When there's a breakup in Love Jones, I felt it.
Well, yeah, because they were together half the movie.
Exactly. So, I mean, I just don't. Or even
did you feel the breakup between Nina and
the first guy?
Dude? Yeah.
I kind of a little bit. Maybe the failure, not failure, but the ending of that relationship was really important for the relationship for Nina and Darius to work out.
To go together. Okay.
Yeah. I was not invested in the breakup between Erica and Jason. I didn't mind that as much because I was really invested in the relationship between Erica and Beverly. I was also more interested in the relationship that, Erica was having, not the relationship, but her experience with her career. Like that felt like a more potent storyline that I could connect to. I just got nothing from Jason and Erica. So it was difficult for me to, I thought it was cute when they were all, having drinks and Erica was asking Beverly questions about her relationship. And Beverly and her sister are the only two at the table who don't know that Erica and Jason were once engaged. I thought that was cute, but it just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't speak to me, but that could be that. It just didn't speak to me.
So not even the idea of just running into someone from your past and having to
I just didn't care.
You don't care? Oh,
I didn't care about I didn't care about her running into it. Like, I just didn't care about it because I never saw them together. So I was like, this doesn't.
How do you feel, Kalesha? Did you need to see them together?
No, I didn't necessarily need to see them together. You know, it was kind of like, I think to me, it was just like, okay, you know that's there. And then her focus is, I really like that, to stay on topic. It was more so like, yeah, that happened. I'm clearly distraught. And then it was like, okay, you know, then the whole Caleb thing, you know, I'm like kind of getting myself wrapped up in this, you know. Is that his name? Was that Sinqua?
Yeah, her brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Caleb.
So it was kind of like, you know, getting involved in that and just, you know, pushing past it. So I guess I didn't really need to have, I guess, the backdrop, because, you know, the movie starts out with her feeling like crap. The career, then she got to sing for him. It was just like, this is a lie. So I guess I didn't need to see it because her emotions have just been so, like, you could tell she was distraught, you know, kind of deal.
So speaking of Erica and Sinqua, Caleb. Erica and Caleb. Caleb is her ex's brother. Mm-hmm. She's never met him before because he was in the military.
In the military, yeah.
But she meets him not knowing that this is her ex's brother.
Right.
But then they kind of get into this little romance, or you can tell he likes her.
Yeah.
She's liking him. But then it's like, damn, you're my ex's brother. So, like, what do you do in this situation? Like, who's right? Who's wrong?
You know, it's funny because they talked about the same thing. Sinqua was watching him on Breakfast Club, and it posed that same kind of question. You know, he was saying, like, you know, younger Sinqua, maybe I would have been like, you know, maybe. I hope I'm quoting him right, but I think that's what he said. But he was like,
I remember, I heard that
right? Yeah, and he said now he would never do it. That's a weird thing because it's kind of like, how do y'all navigate that? If the feelings were really, really strong and y'all felt y'all was really gonna go do things, and it was like literally, I had no idea, we have nothing going on. If it was like some kind of like meeting of the minds, I know that's very, very tough, but I know there's people I'm sure that's happened in somebody's life.
Oh yeah.
And it's like literally no problem. It had to be something where y'all could really be like how the movie shows it, not to jump too far ahead, but like, you know, it was kind of like he felt like, all right, you know, if that's what y'all on, that's what y'all on. I'm not even mad about it. There's nothing. Okay. But I would feel very uncomfortable. Like, what do I do? Because I really like him. And I literally had no idea. I didn't know anything about it. Like, it was really like, it truly, honestly, she had no idea. It was not anything messy about it. You know what I mean?
But when you find out, do you end the potential relationship?
It's kind of hard because, you know, where am I in the process? You know, I mean, I know we're watching a movie,
but she's clearly not over him. That's what makes it messy to me.
Right.
Yeah.
True. She's going through a little concern. She's going through some residue of it. If she was out of it and it was really like, I'm better, I'm really cool, and then you're in my life, and then turns around and like, oh, y'all got connected. Like, where am I in the process? And even if I'm still like coming out the fact that I just got broken up, I just got left, you know, by your brother. I mean, I don't want to go back to that. So if I'm still kind of feeling the breakup, that's one thing. But am I feeling the breakup thinking I want to get back with him? That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm still grieving from it, it's going to take me some time to get my strength up, but I'm still liking you, then, you know, where am I in the process? Do I just end it off like cold turkey? Sometimes you can't turn off like that depending upon how far deep you are with somebody, you know?
How would you feel if an ex started dating your sister?
Depends on
truly,
because I would feel sorry for my sister.
Yeah,
depending on the ex.
Every ex, I would feel sorry for the sister. I would really be asking her, like, what's going on? Me personally, I have nothing. But and I know it's like, wait, you for real? But no, truly, nothing. But I'll be more so thinking like, not even mad at her, but really like perplexed. Like, after I done told you okay with that?
It's also easier for me to say that because I don't have children. If I had a child with someone and they started dating my sister, I think that I might feel a way about that. Actually, you know what? I'm
Why
lying.
why would that be different?
I would feel a way about all of it. I'm lying. I would feel a way about it. A part of me would feel like you are doing this on purpose. Now, if it really is coincidental, as it is with Erica and Caleb, I didn't know you were going to be here. I've never met your brother. I don't keep in touch with you. So I found it odd that you never even seen a picture of the brother, but whatever,
Not real. I mean, do people,
and they don't get along. So you're right. Like they're not close brothers.
Are you going through family photos with your man about, oh, this is me and my sister at Disney World?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
even if I see you at 9, I still don't know you at 29.
That's very true. That's very true. So I even if it was all a coincidence, and I would still feel like, but now that you don't think that that's gonna make me and my spouse feel weird, but I wouldn't expect for them to break up because they just don't owe me that. But it would kind of feel weird to me. I'm sure it would feel weird for my mother and the rest of my family. Like, when you just went.
Yeah, the weirdness to me would be with the mother. Like in the movie case, Naomi, because she's like, okay, this girl was with this son. Now she with the other, and you already know the mom and you know the family, and then having to be like, because there's always gonna be that one auntie or cousin be like, oh, ain't you Jason's girl?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, like what? So you with Caleb? Like, there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna forget and mess it up. So that would be the awkward part of it, just the family around it.
True. I think once, if he's going off and getting married, you establishing your life. So hopefully after a year, we go through the whole holiday season. I'm over here with Caleb, you over here with your wife. All right. And hopefully after a while, y'all should get it at some point, dang. All right. All right. Next year.
Kids and you find out your auntie used to date your uncle.
Right.
Your auntie used to date your daddy. That's when it's like.
That happened in Soul Food. Y'all remember that?
You smell Cousin Faith?
No, I'm talking about Vivica Fox and
I forgot.
And Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams was dating Vivica Fox's husband.
She was dating Kenny, yeah.
Yeah. And she found them in a car together, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Now I remember that scene. That was a cute scene.
That's messy.
And then in the series Soul Food, it's said that those two were intimate and they just never told the sister.
Oh, I ain't even seen it.
Because I used to be watching Soul Food, and I really don't think I feel like I was too young to be watching it.
Yeah, because it came out.
It was pretty
back in the day.
Some adult themes going on, and I was just like, "Ooh, I need to know what's going on. I need the drama on Showtime. Why am I watching Showtime?"
So back to the movie. So Beverly is Jason's new fiance.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like, she's oblivious. She doesn't know Erica is his ex. She thinks they're just a old friend from New York that, they just ran into. How, if you were Erica, like, how could you keep up with this charade of just not telling Beverly that you're the ex and just, because they really became friends. Like they went hiking together. She invited her to a little bachelorette karaoke night. Like they was like vacation buddies.
Yeah.
Could you keep that up?
No, I wouldn't even try to keep nothing. I would try to keep up
because it's so disrespectful to Beverly.
It's so disrespectful
to Beverly, and out of respect for her and out of respect for myself, I wouldn't have done it. And I probably would have told my boss, like, hey, this is my ex-fiance, so I don't think that it's appropriate for me to perform at this wedding.
Yeah, I would have just let him know, like, it's gonna have to be somebody else y'all gonna have to pick. But I honestly wouldn't. I just wouldn't even find the point of even lying with the charade, because life is life, and you get in relationships with people, and then you also break up with people, and things happen. So what are we keeping this up for? Erica don't know. I mean, Beverly don't know, so girl, yep.
That's what made me dislike Erica. And I was like, Erica, do you even deserve Caleb? No, you don't.
Honestly, I don't think I would be the one to tell Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like her man should tell her.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell her either. I wouldn't tell her either, but I sure as hell wouldn't be up there trying to be her friend, going rock climbing and playing pinochle and shit, playing Chinese checkers. No, I'm not doing none of that shit, girl. No, I can't come to your bachelorette party listening to you sing Nicki 08 Nicki
Super
Minaj.
bass.
You real? You might got a deal. You might. I was like, girl, if you don't get off this stage, Miss Charleston, go ahead, Kalesha.
I don't really feel like, I definitely feel like he should have definitely have said something, but I would step in if I feel like you're not saying nothing. How I'm gonna go about that, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be explosive, because what's so explosive that I dated your fiance?
Well, not explosive, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think it'll be my place to tell.
Sure,
but the
I'm
only
with
reason
you, but
why,
I wouldn't.
So you would date Caleb, because the only reason you would have to tell her is because you dating Caleb.
No. I wouldn't tell. Like, if I'm in a situation where it's me, my ex, and his new girlfriend, fiance, I don't think I need to be like, "Hi, I'm the ex-girlfriend."
I would hope that he would say it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Why would you ever be in a situation where it's you, your ex-fiance, and his new fiance?
Let's just say
we just ran into each other. I don't know.
I would just walk the other way.
I'm not with that, because life is gonna present. So if you
why would life have to present? Why are we in the same space?
If Nicole happens to get a new job, she walked into a new job and now she's working with Beverly.
Yeah,
Beverly is like, Nicole and her, like, they both started the job the same week.
Okay,
y'all finna go to lunch, and then now y'all hitting off. So Beverly like, oh my gosh, girl, and she's like, oh girl, let's go eat over here. But my boyfriend gonna bring us some salad. Girl, I really want you to try the salad.
With
Condola.
Right.
But I feel like it would be an Issa type thing. Like, oh my gosh, I used to date him. We were, it would be like, oh, what? Let me see the picture. That nappy headed.
He shows up.
I used to be with him.
But he shows up when he drops off the salad. So now you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Oh my gosh, hi.
And that's exactly. So you wouldn't walk away in there. It wouldn't be like,
I probably wouldn't walk away,
That's what I'm saying. Like, life shows up, so you may not be able to do that.
But what if you are waiting for him to say something and he never does?
That's what I'm saying. If it's a situation where he's not saying, well, I'm in that situation, I'm gonna be vocal and say it in some kind of way. It's not have to be explosive. It's just very easy. But if, like, to your point, Nicole, like, I would want for it to be, Eric saying no. What's that man's name? Jason. I would want Jason to say something, but if it's turning like kind of weird, then I'm like, I have to say something. But in a real life setting, if that's the scenario, Jason, Beverly, whoa,
yeah, okay. To me, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know you. Like, say if I'm in the same place with anybody, like I used to date, I'm not gonna act like I don't know you.
Like I don't know you.
Like, I'll be like, oh hey, how you doing? And then I'll say it's on him to be like, if whatever he wants to say. If he calls me his friend, I'm okay. I don't think I would interject like, I'm not his friend. We dated for however long.
X amount of years.
I don't think I would do that.
But if I was friends with the Beverly girl, like if it was a co-worker such scenario, and it was like, if he was downplaying it or whatever, like he was friends, I would say it in a way like, Beverly, out of respect, I don't know what's to come of this conversation after I'm done, girl, but listen, nothing. Let me just let you know, girl, we used to date. So I don't know if Jason has told you that. It doesn't matter to me on nothing. I just want to be forthright and let you know. And then she was like, okay, girl, thank you. Now I don't know what that's
why you didn't tell me that when you saw him.
Because
that wasn't my place.
Yeah, it's not your place.
So why are you telling me now? You feel like it's your place now?
Because I think
Beverly, go off.
On my desk. No, I think it depends on the relationship. It depends on the relationship with the girl. Like, if it's just someone, if I just meet you one time, you don't need to know nothing about me. But if you keep coming up, then I think it's like, okay, this girl keep coming around. Let me
we kind of being friends,
yeah, let me let her know something.
True.
You disagree, Ashley?
I'm not doing no secretive stuff.
It would just be very awkward, you know.
But I feel like so much better once you know.
You know, the chances that I am going to be working in the same place that my ex-fiance partner is working. But even I feel like
happen, but
yeah, I see what you're saying.
But even if you have mutual friends, like say if this is someone you know from high school, you dated in high school and college, and you're around high school and college people and they show up, it's like, do you announce, hey, we dated for a couple years after we graduated?
See, now y'all got me thinking about season 1 or season 2 of Love and Hip Hop with Kimbella and Fabulous Erica. What's Fabulous wife name? Emily B.
Emily, yeah.
Because do you tell somebody that in private or do you say it in a public? Because I think where Kimbella and what I'm talking about is when Kimbella tells Emily B that she used to date Fabulous, and she does it in a group of women on camera.
Oh, when they were sitting on the couch, just like the only episode of Love and Hip Hop I ever saw.
Yeah. And so I just thought maybe that was a private conversation, but also maybe I just don't want to be fake with you in this moment here. But also, could I have told you before we started filming? Could I have told you this before we even, if I know I'm going to a place and you're going to be there, maybe I should have this conversation with you, because that's going to let me know, do I need to be in the same space as this woman?
But you know, also I kind of felt true. I'm on that too, Ashley. But then I also felt like when I think about that scene, Emily was stating how she's going through a period of time where she got to look and do better for herself, and she's broken up with him. So it kind of had like that girlfriend kind of like, I definitely think she should have said it in private. But Kimbella, I feel like her thought, I'm not saying it's my thought, but I feel like she was thinking like, girl, you broken up with him, you moving on. Girl, he was doing all that stuff to you. I'm in a room with you and I'm not going to be lying to you. Let me just say this real quick. Cause girl, it was a time when we was together. Like, girl, I'm just letting you know. I don't think it was right, but I feel like she felt like, dang, if I didn't say something, how do I know these other women may not know? And I don't want to be acting like, I'm just with you, Elsa. You know, they're gonna be like, Kimbella, now hold on, you look a little, who's to say, you know? And I think she kind of felt like, I don't want to be fake.
And also there is the thing of them, they were on a show and I'm sure the producers asked her to say it
without a doubt.
Mixed company. So there's that. But I think that whatever it is, you just have to make sure that your intention is right, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not out here to hurt you. That's why I don't really care for Erica, because I feel like her intention was, when it comes to Beverly, her, like, Erica was very self-serving. Like, it was all about like her finding closure, as opposed to her respecting these people relationship. And maybe you don't have to respect their relationship, but you ain't got a lot of me. You ain't got to be all up in my face.
I think she was respecting their relationship, because by not saying anything, because it was Jason who was like, my fiance don't know, don't say nothing. And she was just like, okay, fine. Because she could have easily been like, girl, I dated him for 5 years. This is my ex. She could have just laid the whole thing out on.
But she's establishing a relationship with her. That's what makes it funky. Like, she could have not said anything and then just not be around those people. But because she is I think it's appropriate to be like, look, girl, here's what it is. I'm going to stay away if you want me to stay away. If you still want me to perform for your wedding, I will do that. But it's also, you can't do that, because then you would have to be real with yourself and say, like, can I handle this? I'm more than likely still in love with this man. You know, it's inappropriate. Like, you waiting up for this dude, y'all gonna have them cheap ass beers. You trying to, you know, You thinking you gonna meet him out on the beach, but you keep meeting up with his brother instead. It's disrespectful. Like you are
now,
very
him
disrespectful.
texting her, no, well, you got to put some blame on Jason too, because he didn't need to be late night texting Erica.
Exactly. You don't need to be doing that. But I guess like from Erica's perspective, you in that girl face, and so is Jason. Like both of them, like y'all was just trash to me. Y'all was really just trash. And even though I don't agree, like it just felt like I knew when I saw the sister, I was like, oh, okay, so let me guess, like she's gonna be the one with the attitude. It's like Coming to America all over again. The dark-skinned sister is the one who's gonna be like, you know, which I don't mind someone being that way, but it's like, I know for sure that if it's a darker skinned sister, she's gonna be the one to have like the attitude that moves towards what we might call ghetto. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the sister's attitude at all, but you know, when Jason's mother says, oh my gosh, is that Erica? They were engaged just a year ago. The mother doesn't even get the word engaged out before Chanel, is that the sister's name? Janelle is like Janelle is taking off her earrings going, oh, okay. Okay. So it's like, what I knew that it was going to be that, like the darker skinned sister being the more violent one. It just felt very stereotypical to me. And that's another reason why I was like, no.
To me, I get what you're saying. I didn't look at it that way. I did appreciate the physical comedy of when the sister kind of like,
oh, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Erica. I was like,
it was absolutely hilarious. And even just the way she was running, I was like, girl,
yeah,
you know, but it just, you know, the sister, the wife or the wife to be, she wasn't violent. She was just, you know, hurt.
Would you recommend this movie?
I would not, but
for you.
I did like how the couple met in the water and then they returned to the water at the end of the film.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was really darling. I wanted to know more about Barrington's relationship with his girlfriend. I wanted to know more about that relationship. Yeah, you know, I understand that it was supposed to support this idea that, hey, Erica, there are a lot of men out here who are like remaining in a place that they don't necessarily need to be in because they are in love with the woman, because that's one of the reasons why Jason leaves, right? Like, I got a job offer in South Carolina. Also, your music is more important to you than I am. So I don't want to compete with that. So I'm going to move to South Carolina and be with this woman who was Miss Charleston, who's literally a representation of the place I left you for. And I'm going to support her in her career in a way that I didn't do for you. Barrington has chosen to stay on an island that he isn't from because he is in love with this woman. It's like, why is that not happening for Erica? These are the things that are probably going through her head. So I really like that aspect of the film. But yeah, I would not recommend. This isn't a, you know, watch this while you frying fish, as Alexander Rogers would say. But Kalesha, yeah.
I would definitely say it's just one of those, it's one of those movies like you could just say, okay, I'm just gonna just throw it on real quick and just like have it in the background kind of deal, you know? It's one of those. Like, I'm not, like, I really do view it in that sense. Like, it's not like a movie I'm just like, oh my God, I gotta resort to love. I'm not like looking for it like that, you know? But I mean, it's just something I'll just throw on, you know?
Wow. I would recommend, because I think to me, it's just refreshing. Yes, it's not deep. It's not, you know, something that you have to contemplate or think about. You're going to be talking about years later. But especially now, to me, it's just refreshing to see just a movie with Black people.
Like, that's kind of mindless.
Just being themselves. Like, I know this whole year I've started watching a lot of the Nollywood movies on Netflix because they're just, I don't know if simple is the correct word, but it's just it's more real, it's more carefree. Like there's not about racism or feminism and all these heavy topics that I feel like we've been, I don't want to say burdened with, but just been in the air from 2020 to 2021. Sometimes I don't want to see it. I want to escape.
Yeah.
But usually an escape means a white movie. And I don't want to escape with a white movie. I want to escape and see just Black people just have fun and be silly or be loving and just, you know, be on an island by themselves. Like, you know, just be carefree. Chill. And I get that in like a lot of the Nollywood movies. And that's why, and this is probably like one of the first American movies this year that I feel that just wasn't heavy.
Sometimes
and that's what I appreciate.
Sometimes you need the mindless activity, like you need a mindless movie just to kind of like. And then also I think there's something sweet. I know Ashley voiced her concerns about the stereotypical influences in a movie. Sometimes it is like a little bit, I don't know if blissful is the right word, but it does kind of give you some kind of visceral reaction to just see Black faces on the screen. And it's not we're not in a housing project, we're not on a block, we're not, you know, sometimes like just light and bright, literally bright, you know, you're overseas, you're on an island, it gives you the vacation vibe, it gives you like, oh, this just feels like island life. So already means slow down and like, you know,
relax and enjoy. And I miss the era of, I feel like from the late 90s and early 2000s where just Black movies were just movies. You didn't have to mention this is a Black experience or Blackness against whiteness, or even though there were white people in this movie, it wasn't
a lot of them.
Yeah, but it
too much.
Not even too much, but it wasn't about necessarily their race.
True.
They were just there.
It just happened. Oh, I see what you're saying. You it was to the point where it wasn't even like highlighted. You just like the fact it was just right there. Got it.
They could have been anybody. That her manager could have been anybody. The white guy that was driving around the car, he could have been anybody.
But that's his name, right?
Barrington. Barrington could have been Chinese.
Barrington could have been Chinese. Barrington could have been anybody.
I think that's what I appreciate most about this movie. It was just like finally just a carefree,
chill
movie about Black people.
Yeah.
That I don't have to contemplate
and think about.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
I'm not like trying to cancel this film at all. I'm not. I guess it's just it's easy for me to I understand what everyone is saying about like the carefree nature of it. And this isn't necessarily a film about what we would consider like a race film. Like this isn't, you know, like we're not about to bring this movie up in an Africana Studies class,
right?
You know,
no.
But I think that it's easy for me to relate to a movie like this because I do see myself in it. But I think that's also because in a certain extent, like I am sitting at a place of privilege. You know, it is. You know, sometimes I wonder about like, you know, people with disabled bodies, like this isn't like carefree for them because they don't see themselves in movies like that, you know, like that the leading lady is gonna be a Christina Milian looking girl who's an able-bodied girl who is somewhat thin, you know, like it's going to be that. So it's carefree in a sense, but I get to because of my privileged position, I feel like I'm able to feel like, oh, it's carefree. Like I see myself there. Yeah, I see myself there because, you know, people like cater to people that have some of the same privileges that I do. As a, you know, I don't consider myself dark skinned, but I do have darker skin. I kind of felt like all of the women, or the two women who got to experience love in the film, were women who were lighter skinned women. So to me, like things like that doesn't make it carefree to me. I think that's why I like hold on to shows like Insecure, because it's like, man, like, yes, like two darker skinned girls. I mean, there's still some issues of privilege there for sure, especially like when you think about like, dang, can we see Kelly in a real, like, do Kelly have to be funny all the time? But you know, or even like, yeah, it just kind of reminds me of like the conversations that we were having about High Fidelity. You know, like, dang, like I want to see what Charisse is doing, because we just get to see this light-skinned Black girl and she gets all the love in the world, but everybody, literally everyone else in the show gets to experience romantic love except for Charisse. You know, now maybe romantic love isn't all that important to her, but I get the sense that that's not the case. But that's just me. I don't expect anyone else to feel that way. But so it keeps it from being like the most carefree film for me, because I am thinking about those things when I watch it.
Okay, well, on that note,
it's funny. I really liked her boss. Her boss was really mean.
Yes, I definitely laughed and chuckled a few times.
She was pissing me off with the only the guests get to scream. Only the guests get to swim. Oh, could you be in Caleb's position? Could you date your brother's ex? Or your sister's ex?
Well, it would have to be a sister.
Well, I mean, if your brother is,
but then
if my brother is dating a guy and that guy also dates women. But like, okay, your sister, would you date your sister's ex-fiance?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Kalesha?
Sister, cousin, friend. If it's too close to home, I couldn't do it.
I really wouldn't even go that way. You know, I think.
What if it was Dave East?
I mean, I would hate it that's the case, but at the same time, I really wouldn't. I think for them, they had a kind of a different kind of setup because they don't get along. They don't see each other like that. You all the way over here, we all the way over there. And I literally had no idea. It's not like you called me, you sent me photos like, yo, had a great date last night. Let me show you my girlfriend.
I mean, he did talk about her. He was like, oh, you're that Erica.
Right. But, it's just, I guess.
But that could have been from his mom, because he didn't say, he didn't really specify if the brother told. The mom could have been like, oh, your brother's dating this girl named Erica.
And he was like, oh, okay, next. Oh, that's cool, mom. Oh, okay, cool. When somebody say cool, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. I don't have a scenario similar to that. Yeah. I wouldn't really want to.
How would you feel if you were in Beverly's position?
Beverly's position, I really wouldn't feel no kind of way, other than the fact that it's like this with me when it's Beverly. To me, it's like I would have wanted Erica or him to have said something truly, and I would feel really stupid. Beverly's feeling no kind of way because she doesn't know. It's like the ignorant, like she's not even ignorant, she just don't know. But another part of it really is like, I would be feeling so like, why keep that a secret? Y'all could have told me this.
Yeah, she didn't even know he was engaged before.
Thank you. Like it was like,
I'm like, you can't even tell me you used to have you used to have a fiance. Like this not, I'm not your first fiance. So what else are you not?
What else are you exactly? And it's small stuff like to me, when you don't, if you never told me that we go to California and you told me the whole time you never been there, then when they get there, the person at the airport like, hey,
you were
like,
the mayor of Los Angeles.
right. It's like, you can let me know. So now I'm thinking, what's the funny business behind you being engaged before? You could have let me know. So I would have been feeling like, not even mad at Erica. What's going on with you? Why you can't tell me stuff like that? Small stuff, when you not telling me, it's blowing it up. So I would have been feeling like, so that's what I'm saying. If I was Beverly, if I didn't know, I would have just been like in the wind, like it's okay. But like, you could have let me know something. Jason, you acting so whack.
How did y'all feel about Erica singing Alicia Keys' "No One" at the reception? Because the reason why Beverly even wanted her to sing that song was because, oh, that's the song that I would always hear Jason playing even before I knew you. She doesn't even know
that was
Jason
their
is
song.
playing that song because that was supposed to be their song. That was supposed to be Jason and Erica's song. So I'm just thinking like, girl, if you're gonna sing a song, it better be Teenage Love Affair. It better be You Don't Know My Name.
This is all Jason's fault. Jason should have nipped that in.
Oh, Jason's doggone fault.
He should have been like, no, we can't play that song.
Because it just felt a little petty to me. You gonna sing that song at my wedding, and that was y'all song together. That was you and Jason's song. And you gonna run up and then kiss his brother? It's like, dang, girl.
Jason could have, like, she's like Nicole said, you shouldn't have said in the bud. You are so whack for even doing that. You really are. Because I'm over here thinking we cool.
You was trash in the Bad Hair movie. When are you ever gonna be shit? When?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Yeah, if I was Beverly, I would need a long talk with Jason, because I'm like, you lying to be like, you never told me we was engaged before. You never told me y'all just broke up a year ago.
What else
about the Alicia Keys songs? Like,
and then so how would you feel if he then told you, yeah, I tried to meet up with her on the beach. Yeah, I tried to go to her hotel room, but my brother was in there.
Okay, first of all, he ain't gonna say it because
but what if he do? What if you just find that out?
Finding it out is bad. If he came and he was like, you know what, I need to have a conversation with Erica. Like, I'm okay with that. If you just tell me, listen, I need to have a conversation with Erica just to make sure
closure,
everything is cool. We kind of like, I haven't seen her in a year, and the last time I saw her, it was really messed up. So I just need to have one conversation with her. To me, I can understand that, but to be sneaking around,
no, I can't understand that.
Like, no, why you have to sneak?
Because I ain't want to upset you. It's your wedding.
But
just tell me. If you just upfront with me, fine. Like, I wouldn't be mad.
You wouldn't be mad about it. And since you sneaking around, baby, what wedding? All this is a vacation. It's a vacation. The money has been spent. Let them keep the deposit. I don't care.
Especially since I didn't even meet your mom. Why has she never met the mom?
Because it's only been a year.
Why have I not met your mom? Why am I meeting your mom? That's why it reminded me of Jumping the Broom, because I'm just now meeting your mom when we're getting married. Why is your mom's go-to singer Bette Midler? Why? Why is it not a why?
Yeah, I think we asked this question before we jumped in the room, and we said we could not be in a situation where we never met the parents. Was that still the same?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
what if it was quick? What if you met someone? Let's say it's quick. So you meet someone, and within 6 months, you're like, I want to be married. So do you schedule to meet the parents before the wedding, or?
I would hope so.
Yeah, we do. We got to do that for sure. Definitely. It's really important.
Child, if I'm meeting your mama the day of the wedding and your mama ain't all the way together, it's like, think about all the stuff Beverly got to put up with. your ex is here. She got something going on with your brother. Y'all have this special connection. She's saving your little whack ass when you up on this bridge. She got to go and get your ass because you scared of heights. I don't even know you're scared of heights.
I don't. She didn't even know that. Like, do they even know each other? Like, why are they getting married?
All she knows is that Jason's last name is King, and I'm gonna be a queen because I'm gonna be Mrs. King. Okay.
I also feel like, you gotta also, and I know we're talking through plucking it down, but I do feel like also you gotta like lay those kind of like ground rules for yourself too. Beverly shouldn't even have thought about getting down this far, marriage life, and just riding this whole roller coaster, this love roller coaster with Jason. When you got to have those, if those things are important to you, you need to lay it down and let it be known up front and hold yourself accountable to it. And it ain't got to be no big act of God for that to be the case. You just really need to do that. And if you don't do that, then you're gonna have to get whatever that experience is. What if the mama over there just honestly was like so nice to everybody and she just really did not hit it off with you? You could have avoided that, Beverly, if you would have just went ahead and like made it the thing like, when we gonna meet your mama? You know what I'm saying?
Is that a deal breaker for you?
Me not meeting the mama?
Yeah, or if the mom was mean to you, like if say you did meet her and she was and y'all didn't like each other, is that a deal breaker?
To me, the deal breaker is not meeting her. Okay. If I do meet her and we don't for some reason hit it off, it would be a point of, it would definitely be something that would be hovering over me, because I would be pretty surprised that it's like that, because I would question myself, like, what am I doing?
Well, it's not you. Usually in those cases, it's not about you. It's just about her feelings. Yeah.
And her son. At the end of the day, it would definitely be something that be floating around me. I would make it a point to try to work it as best as I could to try to like change her view, but I couldn't do it for life. I couldn't do it forever. So at some point, I would have a conversation with him, and I'll ask him like, how do you feel about this? And I just don't, if it's gonna like kind of impede upon us because it's hurting him, then we have to really think about the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Or maybe he's gonna be like, what, my mom is like this, she likes you, it's like she got this kind of thing, it's gonna settle out and we keep forging together in our relationship. I can probably rock with that. And if it's not super disrespectful, like she calling me out of my name, she making fun of me, like maybe she's just kind of a little cold, or she just be a little like, I don't know. It depends on the levels. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It would kind of be on me though. Clearly, it would definitely be on I would be having it in my mind. Because to me, that's important. I really do respect it. I respect the family, but I really respect the mom. So I don't know. That's just kind of how I always viewed it. What y'all think?
They could have definitely had like a phone call. Like I can see, I don't know, maybe if they're in different. Well, he's from New York and he moved to South Carolina. So
right,
I get that your mom doesn't live down the street. But right. I think like a FaceTime call would have been sufficient.
What about that? Come on, give me a little breakaroo.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of pressure would be on my fiance to make sure that goes smoothly. I mean, if I know that my mother, hopefully I'm in a space, I have the mental clarity to know that my mother is disrespecting my partner, and I would shut it down. I would be like, oh, okay, well, mom, and it's my mom's fault. Like if they getting into it because my fiance is a Falcons fan and my mama is a Saints fan, it's like, well, y'all just fight, like it's fine. But if it's like really my mother's fault, then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go and I'm gonna have a conversation, mom, me and you will reconnect. And yeah, because what is you doing, girl?
And that'll be really uncomfortable.
So I feel like it will be, if you see that your mama is disrespecting me, like being petty, talking about, but I don't know, Jason just still, again, trash, because he's like, oh, mom, grow up.
Why do you think Jason married Beverly?
I think he really is in love with her.
Oh, I thought maybe he just wanted to be married, but he just felt like sometimes it be like that. You just be wanting.
That's so sad.
People,
but people do it. I know. People do it. I know.
People get married because they want to be married.
People have a baby because they want to have a baby. It's like,
yeah, that's why people do it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And maybe he felt like he probably wanted to marry Erica, but when it fell through, he was like, okay, I want to be married, so let me find the first person I can marry.
I can marry real quick.
Because they don't know nothing about each other.
They don't. They don't what?
They don't know each other.
Well, it seems like he knows her.
Well, not really, because when she was talking about she had dreams of being like running for the senator and doing all these things, it almost was like she was gonna put her career, she was career focused, which is the issue he had with Erica. Mm-hmm. So it's like he's repeating this, he's putting himself in the same situation again.
He is.
So it's like you just wanted to marry the first person you saw.
The very first person that you doggone saw.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with another film and more opinions. Leave a review and tell us what you'd like for us to watch. And let's keep the conversation going on Instagram. You can find us at Curry Gumbo. Be well. Happy watching. Love y'all. Bye.